Lisa Kane wiped the sweat from her face as she crawled out from under the engine. The big metal pipes were hot, and the small space made her back hurt. She had been working for 6 hours straight, fixing the same problem over and over again. The ship's engine was old and broken, just like everything else in the human fleet. "Kane, you done yet?" called out Chief Murphy from across the engine room. His voice was tired and angry. Everyone was tired and angry these days. The war with the aliens had been going on for 3 years now, and things were not going well for humans. "Almost finished, Chief," Lisa said, putting her tools back in the box. She looked at her hands. They were dirty and cut from working on sharp metal edges. 8 years she had been doing this job. 8 years of fixing broken ships and pretending to be someone else. The truth was, Lisa Kane was not her real name. Her real name was Elena Vasquez, and she was not just a simple engineer. She was the person who designed the most powerful ship humans had ever built. But nobody on this ship knew that. Nobody in the whole fleet knew that. She had good reasons for hiding. 8 years ago, she finished building a ship that could change everything. The ship was so powerful and so different that the military leaders decided to keep it secret. They told her to disappear, to become someone else, to wait until they needed her. So Elena Vasquez died on paper and Lisa Kane was born. The alarm started ringing. Red lights flashed on and off in the engine room. Lisa felt her heart beat faster. She knew what the alarm meant. Enemy ships were coming. "All hands, to battle stations," the captain's voice came through the speakers. "This is not a drill. Enemy fleet detected near New Austin Colony. All ships prepare for combat." Lisa ran to the control room with the other engineers. Through the big window she could see space filled with human ships. There were 50 of them, maybe 60. They looked small and weak compared to what was coming on. The big screen at the front of the room, dots of light showed where the alien ships were. There were so many dots that Lisa stopped counting. The Zephyrian Empire had sent a huge fleet to attack the colony. New Austin was home to 2 million people, including families, children, and old people who could not fight. "My God," whispered Chief Murphy, looking at the screen. "There must be 200 enemy ships out there." Lisa watched the dots move closer. She knew about Zephyrian ships. She had studied them for years, learned how they worked, learned how they fought. The aliens thought humans were weak and stupid. They thought human technology was like toys compared to their advanced weapons. Captain Rogers stood at the front of the control room. He was a good man, but Lisa could see fear in his eyes. "All ships form attack formation," he said into his microphone. "We need to buy time for the colony ships to escape." Lisa felt sick to her stomach. She knew what would happen next. The human ships would fight bravely, but they would lose. The alien weapons were too strong, their shields too thick, their ships too fast. Most of the human fleet would be destroyed, and the people on New Austin would die. The battle started badly and got worse. Lisa watched ship after ship disappear from the screen as alien weapons tore them apart. The USS Denver exploded in a ball of fire. The USS Miami went dark and started spinning out of control. The USS Phoenix tried to run, but alien fighters caught up and destroyed it. "Colony transport ships are requesting help," said the communications officer. "They're trapped behind enemy lines. The aliens have them surrounded." Lisa closed her eyes. One of those transport ships was carrying Maya, the little girl she had adopted 3 years ago. Maya was only 8 years old. She had bright eyes and loved to draw pictures of spaceships. Lisa had sent her to New Austin to keep her safe from the war. Now Maya was trapped with thousands of other people, waiting to die. "We can't reach them," Captain Rogers said. His voice was quiet and sad. "We don't have enough ships left." Lisa opened her eyes and looked at the screen again. Only 20 human ships were still fighting. The aliens had lost maybe 10 ships. It was not even close to a fair fight. She thought about the secret ship hidden in the military base on Mars. The USS Vengeance was sitting there waiting, while people died. The ship she had built with her own hands, the ship that could save everyone, was doing nothing because the military leaders were too scared to use it. Lisa made a decision. She could not watch Maya die. She could not watch all these people die when she had the power to save them. She quietly left the control room. Nobody noticed her go. Everyone was too busy watching their friends die in space. Lisa walked through the halls of the ship, past other crew members who looked scared and hopeless. In her small room, she opened her secret communication device. It looked like a regular tablet, but it was connected to military networks that most people could not access. She typed in codes she had memorized 8 years ago, codes she thought she would never use. The device beeped softly. A message appeared on the screen. Identity confirmed. Dr. Elena Vasquez. Access granted to Project Vengeance. Lisa looked at herself in the small mirror on her wall. For 8 years, she had been Lisa Kane, the quiet engineer who fixed broken things and stayed out of trouble. But Lisa Kane could not save Maya. Lisa Kane could not save the colony. Lisa Kane could not win this war. Only Elena Vasquez could do that. She packed her few things into a small bag. Tomorrow, she would find a way to get to Mars. Tomorrow, she would take back her real name and her real ship. Tomorrow, the aliens would learn what humans could really do when they stopped hiding. But tonight, she had to watch good people die and pretend she could not save them. It was the hardest thing she had ever done. 3 days later, Lisa stood outside the huge metal doors of Hangar Bay 7 on Mars Military Base. Her hand shook as she pressed her palm against the scanner. She had not been here for 8 years, but the machine still remembered her. The scanner beeped green. The massive doors opened slowly with a deep rumbling sound. Cool air rushed out, carrying the smell of metal and oil. Lisa stepped inside and the lights turned on automatically. There it was, the USS Vengeance. The ship was enormous, much bigger than any other human vessel. It was dark gray, almost black, with smooth, curved lines that made it look like it was moving even when it was sitting still. Most human ships looked like boxes with engines stuck on them. The Vengeance looked alive. Lisa walked closer, her footsteps echoing in the empty hangar. She could see her reflection in the ship's polished surface. For 8 years, this ship had been waiting for her. For 8 years, it had been sleeping while the war raged across the galaxy. She climbed the ramp to the main entrance. The door recognized her and slid open silently. Inside, everything was exactly as she had left it. The walls were white and clean, the floor was polished metal, and soft blue lights showed the way to the control room. "Hello, Elena," said a gentle voice. It was Phoenix, the ship's computer. Phoenix was not like other ship computers. She was special, built with the most advanced human technology. "Hello, Phoenix," Lisa said. Her voice sounded strange after so many years of being called Lisa Kane. "I missed you." "I have been waiting for you," Phoenix said. "I monitored the battle at New Austin Colony. Many people died." Lisa felt tears in her eyes. "Maya was on one of those transport ships. Is she okay?" "Maya Chen is alive," Phoenix said. "Her transport ship escaped, but it is damaged and hiding in the asteroid belt. The Zephyrian fleet is still hunting for survivors." Lisa felt relief wash over her like warm water. Maya was alive. There was still time to save her. "Phoenix, start all systems. We are going to war." The ship came alive around her. Lisa could feel the engines starting, could hear the soft hum of power flowing through the walls. Lights turned on in every room. The Vengeance was waking up after 8 years of sleep. Lisa walked to the control room and sat in the captain's chair. It felt perfect, like it was made just for her. Because it was. She had designed every part of this ship, from the smallest wire to the biggest gun. The communication system beeped. Someone was calling from the base command center. "This is Admiral Helen Burke," said a woman's voice. She sounded surprised and confused. "Who is aboard the USS Vengeance? That ship is classified. You are not authorized to be there." Lisa smiled. Admiral Burke was a good leader, but she did not know Lisa's real identity. Time to change that. "Admiral Burke, this is Dr. Elena Vasquez. I built this ship. I think that gives me the right to fly it." There was silence for a long moment. Then, Admiral Burke's voice came back, sounding shocked. Elena Vasquez is dead. She died 8 years ago in a transport accident. No, Admiral. Elena Vasquez has been fixing broken engines and pretending to be Lieutenant Commander Lisa Kane. But Lisa Kane cannot save the people trapped at New Austin. Only Elena Vasquez can do that. Another voice came on the communication channel. It was Captain Jake Morrison from the Fleet Command ship. Elena Vasquez designed the quantum drive system we use in all our ships, he said slowly. She created the adaptive armor technology. She was the best engineer in human space. If you are really her, prove it. Lisa pressed a button on her control panel. The Vengeance's main engine started up. Even from inside the ship, she could hear the deep, powerful sound it made. It was different from any other ship engine, more like music than machinery. The engine core uses a triple helix fusion design, Lisa said. The plasma flows through crystalline chambers that I grew myself in zero gravity. The power output is 30% higher than any other human ship, and the fuel consumption is 40% lower. Captain Morrison, you have a scar on your left hand from when you touched a hot plasma conduit during the Battle of Titan. I was the engineer who fixed that conduit. Captain Morrison was quiet for a moment. My God, it really is you. Elena, we thought you were dead. I was ordered to disappear, Lisa said, to wait until humanity needed the vengeance. Well, Admiral Burke, I think we need it now. Admiral Burke's voice came back, stronger now. Dr. Vasquez, you are not authorized to take that ship into combat. The vengeance is too valuable to risk in battle. Lisa felt anger rise in her chest. Too valuable? Admiral, there are thousands of people hiding in broken ships waiting for aliens to find them and kill them. Maya, my daughter, is one of them. This ship was built to protect humans, not to sit in a hangar while humans die. She pushed the engine controls forward. The Vengeance began to move toward the hangar exit. Dr. Vasquez, stand down immediately. That is a direct order. With respect, Admiral, you cannot give me orders about my own ship. I am taking the Vengeance to New Austin. You can court-martial me later, if there is a later. The hangar doors opened and space appeared in front of them. Lisa guided the ship out into the darkness. Mars fell away behind them, getting smaller and smaller. Phoenix set course for New Austin, maximum speed. Course set, Elena. We will arrive in 14 hours. Lisa looked at the stars ahead of them. Somewhere out there, alien ships were hunting human survivors. They thought they had won the battle. They thought humans were weak and defeated. They were about to learn how wrong they were. Phoenix, run full diagnostics on all weapon systems. Check the adaptive armor. Make sure the quantum targeting computers are online. All systems are operating at 100% efficiency, Elena. The Vengeance is ready for combat. Lisa smiled. For 8 years, she had been hiding. For 8 years, she had been fixing other people's ships and watching humans lose battle after battle. But now Elena Vasquez was back, and she was bringing the most powerful ship in human space to the fight. The aliens had never seen anything like the USS Vengeance. They were about to get a very unpleasant surprise. The USS Vengeance dropped out of hyperspace at the edge of the New Austin system. Elena sat in her captain's chair, watching the main screen. What she saw made her angry. Alien ships were everywhere. Big ones, small ones, fighters, cruisers, and massive battleships. They moved in groups, hunting for the human survivors like wolves hunting sheep. Elena counted at least 150 enemy vessels. Phoenix scanned for human life signs, Elena said. I detect 17 human ships hiding in the asteroid belt, Phoenix replied. They are damaged and running low on power. The Zephyrian fleet is moving to surround them. Elena could see it happening on the screen. The alien ships were closing in slowly, taking their time. They knew the humans had nowhere to run. There, Elena pointed to a small dot on the screen. That transport ship. Is Maya on that one? Yes, Elena. Maya is aboard the transport ship Peaceful Dawn. The ship has no weapons, and its engines are damaged. Elena's hands tightened on the controls. Maya was so close, but she was surrounded by alien ships that could destroy her transport in seconds. Phoenix, are you ready to show these aliens what human engineering can do? All systems ready, Elena. It has been a long time since I had a real fight. Elena pushed the engines to full power. The Vengeance shot forward like a bullet. She aimed straight for the biggest group of alien ships. Admiral Kextar was on the bridge of his flagship, watching his fleet hunt down the remaining humans. This battle had been easy, just like all the others. Humans were weak. Their ships were slow and their weapons were toys, Admiral, said his communications officer. We are detecting a new human ship approaching. It is very large. Kexatar looked at the screen. A single human ship was flying toward his fleet. It was bigger than the others, but it was still just one ship against 150. One ship? Kexatar laughed. These humans never learn. Send Fighter Squadron 7 to destroy it. 20 Zephyrian fighters flew toward the Vengeance. Their weapons were charged and ready. Each fighter could destroy a human cruiser by itself. Elena watched them coming. Phoenix, remember what we practiced all those years ago? I remember everything, Elena. The alien fighters opened fire when they got close. Bright beams of energy shot toward the Vengeance. Elena smiled. This was where the real test began. The energy beams hit the Vengeance's hull and something amazing happened. Instead of burning through the metal, the beams seemed to disappear. The ship's adaptive armor absorbed the energy and spread it out across the entire hull. What? Said the lead alien pilot. Our weapons are not working. Elena pressed a button. The Vengeance's guns fired back, but these were not ordinary weapons. They were quantum-linked cannons that could predict where the enemy would be before the enemy even knew it. The first alien fighter exploded, then the second, then the third. In less than 10 seconds, all 20 fighters were destroyed. On the alien flagship, Admiral Kextar stared at his screen in shock. How is this possible? What kind of ship is that? Admiral, our weapons had no effect on its hull, and its targeting system is impossibly accurate. Send all fighters, send the cruisers, destroy that ship now. 60 more alien fighters launched from the bigger ships. Behind them came 8 cruisers, each one 3 times the size of the biggest human ship that Kextar had ever seen. Elena watched them coming and felt excitement, not fear. For 8 years, she had dreamed of this moment. For 8 years, she had imagined showing the aliens what humans could really build. Phoenix. Battle. Pattern 7. Let's dance. The Vengeance began to move in ways that seemed impossible. It spun, dove, climbed, and twisted through space like it was alive. The alien fighters tried to follow, but they could not keep up. Elena's fingers flew over the controls. Every movement was perfect. Every shot was exactly where it needed to be. She knew this ship better than she knew herself because she had built every part of it. The alien cruisers fired their main guns. Massive energy beams, each one powerful enough to destroy a human city, struck the Vengeance. The adaptive armor absorbed the energy and used it to make the ship's weapons even stronger. Impossible, shouted Admiral Kextar. That ship is using our own weapons against us, Elena fired back. The Vengeance's main cannon charged up and released a beam of pure energy. It cut through the first alien cruiser like a hot knife through butter. The ship exploded in a ball of fire. The second cruiser tried to run, but Phoenix had already calculated where it would go. Elena fired again, and another enemy ship died. Admiral, we have lost half our fighters and 3 cruisers, reported the alien communications officer. That single human ship is destroying our entire attack force. Elena was not done. She flew the Vengeance straight into the middle of the alien fleet. Enemy ships surrounded her, firing from all directions. It looked like the human ship was doomed. But the Vengeance kept fighting. Elena spun the ship around and fired in all directions at once. The quantum-linked weapons never missed. Every shot hit exactly where Elena wanted it to hit. One by one, the alien ships exploded. Elena was not just fighting them, she was hunting them. The Vengeance moved through the enemy fleet like a shark through a school of fish. This is impossible, Admiral Kextar said again. No human ship can do this. No human pilot can fly like this. But Elena was not just any human pilot. She was the person who had designed every system on the ship. She knew exactly what the Vengeance could do, because she had built it to do these things. Phoenix, are the transport ships safe? Yes, Elena. The alien ships that were hunting them have been destroyed. The human survivors are moving to a safe position. Elena felt relief flow through. Her Maya was safe. All the survivors were safe. She looked at the alien fleet on her screen. Most of the ships were destroyed or running away. Admiral Kextar's flagship was trying to escape, but Elena was not going to let it go. Phoenix. One more target. The Vengeance flew after the flagship. Elena fired once, twice, 3 times. The alien ship's shields failed. Its engines died and it began to spin out of control. Admiral Kextar, Elena said over the communication channel. This is Dr. Elena Vasquez of the USS Vengeance. Tell your people that humans are not as weak as you thought. Admiral Kextar stared at his damaged bridge. Half his fleet was destroyed. The rest were running away in fear. All because of one human ship and one human pilot. What are you? He asked. Elena smiled. I am what happens when humans stop hiding. The battle was over. The survivors were safe. And across the galaxy, both humans and aliens were hearing the news. The USS Vengeance had appeared from nowhere and destroyed an entire alien fleet by itself. The legend of the Ghost of Terra was born. News of the battle at New Austin spread across the galaxy faster than light. In the capital city of the Zephyrian Empire, High Commander Vexthul stood before a huge screen showing the destroyed fleet. His 4 arms shook with anger. One ship, he said, his voice cold as ice. One human ship destroyed Admiral Kextar's entire fleet. How is this possible? General Mordak, his military advisor, stepped forward. Our intelligence was wrong, High Commander. The humans have been hiding there. True technology. This ship they call the Vengeance is unlike anything we have seen. Then we find it and destroy it, Vexthul said. Send orders to every fleet in the Empire. The USS Vengeance is now our primary target. I want every ship, every fighter, every weapon pointed at finding this Ghost of Terra. Across the galaxy, alien fleets began to move. The Zephyrian Empire had hundreds of ships, thousands of fighters, and weapons that could destroy entire planets. All of them were now hunting for one human vessel. Elena knew they were coming. She sat in her captain's chair, looking at the star map on the main screen. Red dots showed enemy fleets moving toward her position from all directions. Phoenix, how many ships are hunting us? I count 347 Zephyrian vessels moving in search patterns, Phoenix replied. They have divided into 12 fleets to cover more space. Elena smiled. Good. That means they are scared. Elena, we cannot fight that many ships at once. Even the Vengeance has limits. I know. But we are not going to fight them all at once. We are going to do something better. We are going to make them afraid to sleep at night. Elena had spent 8 years studying Zephyrian military tactics. She knew how they thought, how they planned, and most importantly, how they supplied their fleets. The aliens were good at big battles, but they were not good at hunting one fast ship. Phoenix set course for the Kepler supply station. Maximum stealth. The Vengeance turned and flew toward the edge of Zephyrian space. Elena was not running away from the hunt. She was turning it around. Now she would be the hunter. The Kepler supply station was huge, bigger than most cities. It floated in space near a gas giant, providing fuel and supplies for the entire 3rd Zephyrian fleet. Elena watched it through her ship's sensors. 200 supply ships, she said. 50 guard ships. Thousands of workers. Phoenix, can you hack their communication system? Already done, Elena. I am listening to all their messages. Elena waited and listened. The aliens were talking about the Ghost of Terra, the mysterious human ship that had destroyed Admiral Kextar's fleet. They were scared, but they were also angry. They wanted revenge. Perfect, Elena said. Let's give them something to really be scared about. The Vengeance moved closer to the station. Elena waited until the guard ships were on the far side, then she struck. She did not try to destroy the entire station. That would have been wasteful. Instead, she targeted the fuel storage tanks. The Vengeance's quantum cannons fired precisely, punching holes in the tanks without causing explosions. Millions of tons of fuel poured out into space. The station began to shut down as emergency systems activated. Ships that were refueling had to disconnect and move away. Unknown ship, this is Station Commander Zekoval. You are attacking a military installation. Identify yourself. Elena opened a communication channel. This is Dr. Elena Vasquez of the USS Vengeance. Tell your fleets that as long as they hunt me, I will hunt your supply lines. She cut the communication and flew away before the guard ships could respond. Behind her, the supply station drifted helplessly in space, leaking fuel and unable to help the fleets that depended on it. Word of the attack reached High Commander Vexthal within hours. He stood in his command center watching reports flood in from across the Empire. The Ghost of Terra hit the Kepler station, reported General Mordak. No casualties, but the station is offline. The Third Fleet cannot refuel. Deploy more guards. To all supply stations, Vexthal ordered. Already done, High Commander, but there is more. The Vengeance also attacked the communications relay at Sector 7, and the weapon factory on Mordak Prime, and the shipyard at New Zephyr. Vexthal felt his anger growing. Impossible. One ship cannot be in 4 places at once. The attacks happened over 3 days, High Commander. The ship is moving faster than our fleets can track it. Elena was playing a careful game. She would hit a target, then disappear before enemy ships could arrive. She never stayed to fight unless she had. Instead, she damaged things the aliens needed to keep their fleets running. Communication relays went dark. Supply convoys disappeared. Repair stations shut down. The mighty Zephyrian Empire was being slowly strangled by one human ship. Commander Ryan Torres joined Elena after the 4th week of attacks. He was her old friend from her days as Lisa Kane, and now he served as her tactical officer. Elena, our attacks are working, he said, looking at intelligence reports. The alien fleets are having trouble getting supplies. Some of them have had to return to base for repairs. Good, Elena said. But it is not enough. Phoenix, what is the status of the main alien fleet? High Commander Vexthal is gathering his largest fleet near the Rigel system, Phoenix reported. 150 ships, including 5 battleships. They are planning something big. Elena felt her heart grow cold. Phoenix, scan for human colonies near Rigel. There are 3 human colonies within 10 light-years of Rigel. The largest is New Terra with 5 million people. Elena understood what the aliens were planning. They could not catch the Vengeance, so they were going to attack human colonies to force her to come to them. Ryan, send a message to Admiral Burke. Tell her the aliens are planning a major attack on human colonies. We need to evacuate New Terra immediately. Elena, even if we evacuate the colonies, the aliens will just attack others. We cannot save everyone by running. Elena looked at the star map. Red dots showed alien fleets moving toward human space. They were angry, and they were going to take their anger out on innocent people. You are right, she said. We cannot save everyone by running, but maybe we can save everyone by fighting. Elena, you cannot fight the entire Zephyrian Empire by yourself. Elena smiled. Who says I am fighting by myself? Phoenix, open a channel to all human ships. Military frequency. The IC communication system activated. Elena's voice went out to every human ship in the galaxy. This is Dr. Elena Vasquez of the USS Vengeance. For 4 weeks I have been attacking alien supply lines. I have shown them that humans are not weak. But now they are planning to attack our colonies. It is time to stop hiding. It is time to show the galaxy what humans can do when we work together. She paused, then continued. I am sending the technical specifications for the Vengeance's adaptive armor and quantum weapons to every human ship. Use them. Upgrade your ships. In 72 hours we are going to Earth to make our stand. Elena cut the communication and looked at Ryan. Now we see if humans are ready to stop being afraid. Across human space, engineers began working day and night to upgrade their ships with Elena's technology. The hunt was about to become a war, and this time, humans would not be the ones running. High Commander Vexthal stood on the bridge of his flagship, looking at Earth through the main screen. The blue planet looked small and peaceful, but he knew better. This was the home world of the humans, the place where the Ghost of Terra had come from. All fleets report ready, High Commander, said General Mordak. 400 ships, our entire remaining force. We will destroy this planet and end the human threat forever. Vexthul nodded. Begin the attack. I want every human ship destroyed before we touch their planet. The largest alien fleet ever assembled moved toward Earth. Battleships bigger than mountains, cruisers armed with planet-killing weapons, and thousands of fighters filled space around the human home world. Elena watched them coming from the bridge of the USS Vengeance. Around her, the human defense fleet waited. 200 ships, many of them old and patched together, but all of them now equipped with her technology. Phoenix, are all human ships ready? Yes, Elena. Every ship has installed the adaptive armor and quantum targeting systems. They are not as advanced as ours, but they will work. Elena opened a communication channel to the human fleet. All ships, this is Elena Vasquez. Today we fight for our home. Today we show the galaxy that humans do not surrender. Follow my lead. Admiral. Burke's voice came over the radio from the fleet command ship. Elena, we are outnumbered 2-1. Are you sure about this? Elena looked at the approaching alien fleet. She thought about Maya, safe now on Mars. She thought about all the human colonies, all the families who were counting on them to win this battle. Admiral, I have been running and hiding for 8 years. I am done running. The alien fleet opened, fire first. Thousands of energy beams lit up space like deadly fireworks. Elena expected the human ships to be destroyed quickly, just like in all the other battles. But something different happened. The human ships absorbed the energy with their new adaptive armor. The beams that should have killed them only made them stronger. What is happening? Shouted Vexthul. Why are our weapons not working? High Commander, the human ships are using some kind of adaptive technology. Our weapons are only making them more powerful. Elena smiled. All human ships, return fire. Show them what we learned. The human fleet fired back. Their quantum targeting systems locked onto alien ships with perfect accuracy. Every shot hit exactly where it was supposed to hit. The first alien cruiser exploded, then another. Then a battleship lost its shields and began to burn. Impossible! Vexthul screamed. These are the same weak humans we have been fighting for years. No, High Commander, Elena said over the communication channel. These are humans who are no longer afraid of you. The USS Vengeance led the charge into the middle of the alien fleet. Elena flew her ship like it was part of her own body, spinning and diving between enemy vessels. Behind her, the human fleet followed, their new weapons cutting through alien ships like they were made of paper. Captain Jake Morrison commanded a group of human cruisers. His ship, the USS Liberty, had been patched and repaired so many times that it was held together mostly by hope. But now it had Elena's technology, and it fought like a ship twice its size. Take that, Jake shouted as his quantum cannons destroyed an alien fighter squadron. This is for everyone we lost at New Austin. All across the battlefield, human ships were winning fights they should have lost. The adaptive armor meant they could survive hits that would have destroyed them before. The quantum weapons meant they never missed their targets, but the aliens had numbers. Even as human ships destroyed them, more kept coming. Elena saw the problem. Phoenix, we need to take out their command ship. If we kill their leader, the rest will lose their will to fight. Vexthul's flagship is heavily protected, Elena. It has 5 battleships guarding it. Then we go through them. Elena pushed the Vengeance to maximum speed. She flew straight at the alien command ship, enemy fire lighting up space around her. The 5 guard battleships turned all their weapons on her, but the adaptive armor held. She fired her main cannon at the first battleship. The quantum beam punched straight through its hull, and the massive ship exploded. Elena spun her ship around and fired again. The second battleship died. All ships concentrate fire on the Vengeance, Vexthul ordered. Destroy that ship at any cost. Every alien ship in the fleet turned toward Elena. Thousands of weapons fired at once. The space around the Vengeance turned white with energy beams. Elena felt the ship shake as the adaptive armor reached its limits. Warning lights flashed on her control panel. Even the most advanced human technology could not absorb this much energy. Elena, hull integrity at 60%, Phoenix reported. We cannot take much more of this. Elena was about to reply when something amazing happened. The rest of the human fleet moved to protect her. Captain Morrison's ship flew in front of the Vengeance, taking hits meant for Elena. Other human ships did the same, forming a shield around her. "Elena, finish this," Jake Morrison shouted over the radio. "We will hold them off." Elena felt tears in her eyes. These brave humans were willing to die to give her a chance to end the war. She flew the Vengeance through the protective screen of human ships. The alien flagship was right in front of her now, its weapons charging for one final shot. Elena fired. First, her main cannon hit the flagship's bridge where Vex Thul was standing. The alien commander had just enough time to look shocked before his ship exploded around him. "High Commander is dead," screamed an alien officer over the communication channel. "The flagship is destroyed." The effect was immediate. Alien ships stopped firing. Some began to retreat. Others just drifted in space, their crews too shocked to move. Elena opened a channel to the entire alien fleet. "This is Dr. Elena Vasquez. Your commander is dead. Your fleet is defeated. Surrender now, and we will let you go home." For a long moment, there was silence. Then an alien voice came over the radio. "This is Admiral Korth, now commanding the Zephyrian fleet. We surrender. We request permission to withdraw." Elena looked around at the battlefield. Hundreds of alien ships floated dead in space. The human fleet had won, but many good people had died to make it happen. "Permission granted, Admiral. Take your ships and go home. Tell your people that humans want peace, but we will fight if we have to." The alien fleet began to retreat. Ship after ship turned and flew away from Earth, leaving the battlefield to the humans. Admiral Burke's voice came over the radio. "Elena, we did it. We actually won." Elena sat back in her captain's chair and closed her eyes. For 8 years she had hidden her identity and watched humans lose battle after battle. But now it was over. The war was won, and humanity was safe. "Phoenix, take us home to Mars. I want to see Maya." "Course set, Elena." "Welcome back, Dr. Elena Vasquez." As the USS Vengeance flew toward Mars, Elena thought about the future. The aliens now knew that humans were not weak. They would think twice before attacking human colonies again. And somewhere in the galaxy, other alien races were hearing about the battle. They were learning that humans could be powerful allies or dangerous enemies. Elena Vasquez had spent 8 years hiding. But now the whole galaxy knew her name, and they knew what humans could do when they stopped being afraid. The age of human weakness was over. The age of human strength had begun.